RommyX back with another video. I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like, share the video to a friend who likes what is or just anime content in general. Subscribe if you're new here, as I want to hit 9K by the end of August and 14K by the end of the year. And with that being said, check my second channel down below where I also post what ifs. And yeah, with that being said, we can now get into the recap. So in the last part, we basically had Naruto suit up and go to the Leaf Village to enact his revenge against specifically the third Hokage, and in a way, the Leaf Village. Not only that, but we had Naruto stop by and basically save Sasuke from Gaara and defeat Gaara, and that's basically where we left off. Naruto, fresh off of defeating Gaara and talk no jutsuing him, would look around, seeing an exit to the forest, as he would then take it. And by take it, he would just, go to the exit. He would then appear close to the heart of the Leaf Village, so like the middle of the Leaf Village, as all around him people were fighting. Swords, kunai, even paper bombs were flying all around him as he was at a close of words. He didn't know what to say. Ninja all around him were fighting as if it were their last day on Earth. Ninja all around them, or ninja all around him, were fighting as if their lives were on the line. Naruto would then raise his hand into the air as he would tell them all to stop, but nobody listened. The fight, and to be more specific, their fight, was just too powerful. Naruto watched as men around him would fall to the ground from other ninjas' blades and watched as explosions destroyed some people's limbs and things of the sort. Naruto was really at a loss of words, as he would decide to not really just sit around and watch, and would decide to go and find Hiruzen, otherwise known as the third Hokage. Naruto would then continue on his path as he would eventually get to the Chunin exams arena, where he would see even more people fighting Sound Ninja. Naruto would look around, seeing many notable faces, like Kakashi of the Sharingan, otherwise known as the Copy Ninja, the Green Beast of the Leaf, Might Guy, and people like that, to say the least. Naruto would then look up as he saw a purple, and a pretty big purple, barrier. Naruto would rush to it as he saw what looked to be the third Hokage and another man with long black hair and a snake-like tongue fighting. Naruto was perplexed at this as he would decide to break the barrier so that he could kill Hiruzen, or enact his revenge. Naruto would then punch the barrier, but it was to no avail. He would continue, but, it was to no avail. Naruto would then gather chakra in his fist, as for a brief moment, he would enter his mastered Kyuubi form, otherwise known as KCM, slamming his fist into the barrier and destroying it. If you guys don't think that KCM Naruto would be able to do this, well, you do you, but personally I do, and the barrier would break. Naruto would then deactivate KCM as he would walk into the barrier looking around. 4 people would then jump towards Naruto. These were the members of the Sound 4. Tayuya, Kidomaru, Jirobo, and Sakan and Yukon. Naruto would ask what their business with him was, as they would tell Naruto that they broke the barrier that they were casting. And as such, Orochimaru won't be pleased with them to know that anybody got through. So they'd rather take out their anger on him. Naruto would smirk as he would yell out multi-shadow clone jutsu. Hundreds of shadow clones would now appear, as Naruto had basically already won the fight. They would bombard his opponents, that being the Sound 4, as Naruto would then walk forward and into the battle of Hiruzen versus Orochimaru. Orochimaru and Hiruzen would then go to punch one another, as Naruto would appear in the middle of them, grabbing each of their punches with himself in the second stage of the Kyuubi's chakra, or the second tail of the Kyuubi's chakra. Either one. Naruto would then basically twist their arms as he would throw them onto the ground, as both Hiruzen and Orochimaru wondered who this random person was and how he was even able to stop both of them at once. No, well, at least what appears to be a kid should be able to, easily basically best Orochimaru and Hiruzen was thinking the opposite. No random kid should easily be able to best Hiruzen. Naruto would then smirk as he would clap. Both of you are quite strong. But what is power if you are too foolish to realize when your enemy is stronger than you? Now, Naruto would then basically lift up his sleeve as there was a seal on his arm. It is basically shown to us that, well, at least in Shippuden, that Sasuke was able to create seals and actually bring out whole entire weapons, mass amounts of kunai, summonings, and things of the sort with seals on his arm. So Naruto's going to have the same thing, but instead of bringing out a massive weapon, he would bring out a scroll. This scroll contained many jutsu that Naruto knew, as Naruto would smirk. This scroll once belonged to the Leaf Village itself, Naruto would say, as he would basically open it up. Naruto would then ask how they would feel if Naruto just mastered a jutsu real quick. They all looked perplexed as they didn't know what Naruto meant. How we would feel if you mastered a jutsu. They would both then chuckle to themselves, as it was almost impossible for somebody to learn a jutsu in a quick enough time period, like Naruto was saying that he would. But they would say that they'll give him a minute. Naruto would smirk. A minute's all I need. Naruto would then create 1,000 shadow clones, as Hiruzen and Orochimaru would then start to regret the quote-unquote, I guess you could call it a deal that they just made. Naruto would then smirk, and would now have the biggest smirk he's had of the day on his face. Now, this jutsu right here, I like the tone to it. I like the name even. Rasengan. I want to learn it. Hiruzen, hearing this, would burst out in laughter, even though he was surrounded by hundreds and dozens and hundreds of Naruto's clones, because there was thousands of them, or 1,000 of them. Somebody mastering the Rasengan in less than a day? Heck, less than a month? That's almost impossible. Naruto would then basically pull off the shadow clone trick of training, and maybe it's just me, but 1,000 Narutos trying to learn the Rasengan, with Naruto already being at a prodigy level right now himself. I see no reason why he wouldn't be able to do it if Naruto by himself was able to master the Rasengan in 3 days. 3 more minutes would pass as Naruto would finally master the Rasengan. He had been able to cut the time down from his original counterpart, which did it in 3 days, to 3 minutes. And that speaks volumes to Naruto's power, at least in this timeline. Naruto would then tell his clones to basically deactivate, as they would all poof into smoke. Naruto would then create a Rasengan, as he would add more chakra to it, creating a giant Rasengan. Naruto thought to himself. Now, which one of you deserves to be hit? Actually, I really can't decide, even though I would like to end you right now, Hiruzen. This man, his aura, it's so ominous, and it's so dark and malevolent. Maybe he deserves death more than you, old geezer. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just too kind. Both of you can be hit. Naruto would then slam the Rasengan in the middle of them, as they would both be sent flying off of the roof of, well, basically where they were fighting. Because it was shown that it was almost like a roof-like, area that they were fighting on. Especially when Hashirama, at least in the fight, had basically pushed up wood from the roof, and Hiruzen was, kicking pieces of the roof. Basically, he would kick them off of the roof. Also, just so you guys know, Hiruzen has not fought against Hashirama or Tobirama right now, so he's at, basically max, chakra, nor has Orochimaru summoned the two. Or Edo Tensei them, reanimation them, your pronunciation of the word, or your, preference is your preference. Naruto would then decide to go for Hiruzen, as he would make sure to create a shadow clone to attack the other one, who Naruto did not know his name, that being Orochimaru. Naruto would then rush towards Hiruzen, grabbing him by his leg and throwing him down to the ground, but Naruto was not done yet. Naruto would then put together a few hand signs as he would yell out, Wind Style Air Bullet. Naruto would then create another shadow clone, which would then yell out, Water Style, Water Dragon Jutsu. Naruto would then create another shadow clone, which would yell out, lightning style, lightning bullet. Lightning would then appear close to the shadow clone as Naruto would do a backflip, kicking this same lightning that appeared down to Hiruzen. This lightning that Naruto just kicked would do enough damage to almost shatter the whole arena. You see, Naruto had first fired off wind style, which mixed with things like water and lightning really doesn't get amplified too much. But after adding water, the velocity of the water was changed and heightened. Not only that, but then by adding lightning and water, well, that's a higher electric power, if you will, or it gets stronger, is my point, and I think that's pretty notable. Don't try this, but if you put water on an outlet and then try to electrocute yourself, don't try it, you're going to get more voltage than if you just try to electrocute yourself without water. Naruto would then see Hiruzen's body as Hiruzen was now standing, but there was somebody with him, or something with him to be more exact. Monkey King Enma. Naruto would jump down as he would then realize what and who it was. It was a summoning. Naruto looked confused as he would ask Hiruzen what and who it was. Hiruzen would say that his name is Monkey King Enma, as Monkey King Enma would speak. Hiruzen, do you want me to take care of this brat? Yes, but don't say it so nonchalantly. Though you may have just blocked his attack, trust me when I say this, he is no joke. Do you know who he is at the very least? No, I'm not too sure. What? You already forgot me, Hiruzen? Has it been that long? I didn't know 4 years was enough time to make somebody forget about you. Huh, maybe I should have known. Well, since you don't know who I am, I'll introduce myself. I am Naruto, Jinchuriki of the Cloud Village, the Nine Tails to be more exact. Hiruzen's eyes would widen as his body would tense up just for a little bit, and his mind was at a loss of words. His body could barely, even move as he heard these words. Hiruzen was surprised. Hiruzen would then tell Monkey King Enma that Naruto is a boy who left the village a long time ago. This is Naruto. He stole the scroll of sealing while he was at it, and we've had many Anbu forces trying to track him down. Not only that, but we've had many skilled ninja like Kakashi, Kurenai, Asuma, and even some of our special Chunin and Jonin tried to track him down, but it was to no avail. He had always seemed to either escape, or we never got a proper lead on him. It had seemed to be that this same boy, Naruto Uzumaki, had joined the Cloud Village. Or so I found out just now. I see. So do you two go way back, like Orochimaru, or what is the situation here? He is Minato's child. Minato? I never knew that was how you pronounce his name. I'm sorry, Enma. I think my surprise made me almost... I don't know. Well, that's fine. I see. If he's Minato's child, then why does he want to hurt you or maybe even kill you so badly? I'm not sure. Why, Naruto? Why do you want to hurt me? Or maybe even kill me? Simple, Hiruzen. You neglected me. Neglected? I was never your father to begin with, nor did I raise you. No, not at all. But you saw it. Saw what? You saw how they treated me, how they laughed, mocked, ran away from me and hurt me and bullied me. You saw it all, but you shrugged it off. You turned your back on their voices. You turned their back on what they said. Yeah, can't lie, giving me a place to stay is a lot, but it's not really worth anything if every day you're seen as an abomination. Every day you're laughed at. Every day you even experience somebody turn their back on you. You even experience somebody shush their child when asking to play with you. But no, you didn't care. You were the person who I looked up to the most. Naruto would now create another Rasengan in his hand. But now, you're the person who I hate. The person who I despise above anything. No, anyone else. Now, multi-shadow clone jutsu. 100 Narutos would now appear, as Naruto would make them all activate Rasengans, as he would slam his and all of their Rasengans into Hiruzen and Enma's location, as they would block. This would then send them way out, whichever one, and through the arena's walls, and basically just far away from Naruto. Naruto would then laugh as he thought to himself, I never knew defeating a Kage and his summoning would be so easy. I would have done this as a sport if I knew it'd be a walk in the park. Now, I need to find out a way to find that other guy. Let's see how my clone's doing. Naruto would then rush with his 100 shadow clones to Orochimaru's location, as he would see Orochimaru fighting his clone, as they were at basically a downside, if you will. Basically, what I mean by that is that Orochimaru is defeating Naruto's clone, but Naruto's clone is still holding out, and is doing a pretty good job, since it is only like a 50% clone of Naruto, so Naruto didn't expect it to do too well, but it even doing as well as it has just now is really great, at least in Naruto's mind. Naruto would then walk over to his clone, as he would tell it/him that he is no longer needed and that he can take on the fight. Naruto's clone would then get behind Naruto with his now 101 shadow clones, as Naruto would rush towards Orochimaru, slamming him through a few trees, but before Orochimaru could properly regain his footing and even, realize what was happening, Naruto would appear behind him, kicking him up into the air and slamming him up into the ground, or in the ground, really either one. Naruto would then look around as he would utilize his surroundings. As such, and maybe you're wondering what I mean by that, he would pick up a tree and throw it towards Orochimaru. He would then order his clones to do the same, as Orochimaru was now being bombarded with trees being thrown at him. And last time I checked, trees are pretty heavy, so Orochimaru was really unable to move now, as dozens and maybe even hundreds of trees were now over Orochimaru at this point. Orochimaru would now struggle to get up as he was unable to move. Naruto would then walk over to Orochimaru as he would ask what his objective is on this fateful day. Orochimaru would speak. My objective, you say? Well, I wanted to kill my former sensei. You too have a desire to kill that man. I wonder how many enemies he has. Well, he currently is on his last legs, if not already dead. What? Orochimaru thought to himself as he would speak. It would be a shame if I were to let you get away, don't you think? Though, before I do attack you, what is your name? The name, Uzumaki Naruto it is. That last name. His clan. Uzumaki, you say? Orochimaru would then appear to have split himself into hundreds of snakes, as he would be able to get out of the tree and reform. We have seen Orochimaru do a similar technique to this when he fought against a Four Tails transformed Naruto in Shippuden in the canon. Orochimaru would then smirk. It would also be a shame if I let him get away. Not only because he's powerful, but because I could use him. Because, if Sasuke fails me, he'd be the perfect option. He's powerful as well. Now, Orochimaru would then do the Shadow Clone Jutsu, as he would basically run around and confuse Naruto of which one was the real one, as Naruto didn't mind, because either way he was going to defeat Orochimaru. Orochimaru would then bite down on Naruto's neck using his head technique, where he can extend his head just like he had to Sasuke in the canon in the original Naruto. Naruto would then fall to the ground in pain as he would grab his neck, screaming out in agony as he realized that he shouldn't have let his guard down, even if he was facing somebody who he thought that he was stronger than. Naruto would then stand up instead of being on the ground, as he would tell Orochimaru that the fight is not over. He will kill him. Orochimaru would smirk. "Kill me, you say? Well, we'll see about that." Naruto would then run away from Orochimaru because in this state of pain, he wasn't going to be able to do as much damage as he thought he would be able to do. And not only that, but the fight would be a lot difficult or be a lot more difficult to say the least if he were to just, well, be injured the whole fight and be in agonizing pain. Naruto would then get away as he would start to heal his injury with Nine-Tails chakra. And what do you know? Naruto's Nine-Tails chakra was able to eat away the curse mark entirely, as Naruto was pretty surprised. He thought that it would just take away, well, the pain, not necessarily destroy the whole technique that Orochimaru had launched entirely, as he would run back to Orochimaru. Orochimaru is surprised at how quickly Naruto recovered, as he would smirk. "This boy, he is definitely the right person for my curse mark, and the right person as a fail switch or fail safe, in case Sasuke fails me." Orochimaru thought to himself. He appears to be in no pain. That's kind of strange. Orochimaru, is that not your name? Yes, it is. Well then, if stories are true and legends are true, you are a part of the trio known as the Three Legendary Sannin. Not only that, but you possess great strength, and you have fought in the Third Great Ninja War. I truly do congratulate you on being a very great adversary. But, sorry, it is not your right to defeat Hiruzen. It is mine. Naruto would then put his fist to the ground as he would release his strength into the ground. By that I mean, basically, he would punch the ground. And even though he doesn't use chakra to power his fist or anything like that, similar to, say, somebody like Tsunade or Sakura, he was able to do the same without having to, as he would make the ground shake and would basically put Orochimaru off balance. Naruto would then take advantage of this, appearing behind Orochimaru and grabbing him by his hair and basically flipping him upside down and on his back. Orochimaru would then cough up blood as Naruto would step on his chest, as Orochimaru would continue to cough up more blood. Maybe you didn't hear me, but I told you that you would not have the right to kill Hiruzen. I suppose you are right. Orochimaru would then reverse summon himself as he would realize the extent to which he was damaged. Since it was kind of stated that Orochimaru was, well, kind of weak here, and, well, was really not necessarily on his last legs, but only had a few months in his current body, he was very damaged. Fighting Naruto not only sped that up to about 3 weeks, it also made him basically feel a lot of pain. It made him feel a lot of pain, to be more exact. Naruto would then realize that he had reverse summoned himself as he would grit his teeth. Well, it is what it is. If he wants to run now, he can run. But if he tries to kill Hiruzen, I won't stop. No, I won't hesitate to end him right there and then. Somebody as merciless and as, well, conniving as him doesn't deserve life. Now, off to the battlefield, Naruto would say. Naruto would then appear back at the heart of the Leaf Village, as he would basically defeat every ninja there for sport, in a way, as he didn't kill any of them, but he basically injured them all, leaving one Leaf Ninja and one Sound Ninja to decide what fate would, well, be aligned. And by that, basically, it would decide who's winning the battle. And with that, I think this is a pretty good place to leave this part off. And with that being said, make sure to like, share the video to a friend, like, so this is just the content in general. Subscribe if you're new here. And with that being said, make sure to check out my channel down below, or my second channel down below. And, yeah. trying to hit 9K by the end of August and 40K by the end of the year. So subscribe. Rami X. Oh.